Hello student, our next topic is chemical equilibrium and acids and bases. Okay, now let us see the content of this topic is here. We have this so many topics are there. Okay, so all these topics are we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, so let us see here. So let us move to the topic here. First, here we should come to know what is the meaning of equilibrium. Okay, now let us see first what is the meaning of equilibrium. Now, so if you see here we have one system. Okay, system means already we came across here, which is under our observation is called as a what system. Okay, means for example here we have one balance. Okay, now this my balance is under my observation, that's called as a my system. Okay, now here you can see one image. Okay, we have the stones one by one. Okay, this is my system, means it is my under my observation. Okay, now let us see our well-known play game seesaw. Okay, this is you can see here we have the word seesaw. So this is also what my system under observation. Now here you can see one person what doing the gymnastic. Okay, this also my under observation. Now we have the pendulum also. Now here what I want to know means here what is the meaning of equilibrium means here, as you know very well we have the balancing. Okay, you know very well we have the balance. Okay, this balance will be when it is balanced if you have the both the sides have if it have equal amount. Okay, equal masses are there, then only it is going to be balanced. Okay, now then only the system will call as what in the equilibrium. Now here you can see the person. Okay, now person doing the gymnastic. So this one what happened, this can be in the equilibrium when means if this person is what if he's balancing and is along with the what we have and the what he's going to operate on that is to it should be balanced, then only it is in the called equilibrium. Okay, now this is what we have the word seesaw. The seesaw also what balancing when the what two persons having the same weight, if they sit on the both the side, then only it is going to be balanced. Okay, now if you see the next to the stones. Okay, as you know very well at the church, that's our well-known game. If it is going to be stand one by one when means if all the what if all having the what if you balance together, then only the stones are going to be you can fit one by one. Okay, so what I want to convey means here this is called as our equilibrium. Okay, if equilibrium is only, then only it is possible. Okay, now if you see here we have the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, here we have the dynamic equilibrium. Now let us see the what is the dynamic equilibrium means here. Dynamic equilibrium is the condition of the system, okay, in which rate of forward reaction is equal to what? Rate of backward reaction. Okay, now let us see here what is a forward reaction, backward reaction means here, as you well known here, if you go further, okay, I am going for the one reaction. Okay, for example we have the reaction A plus B. Okay, these are the reactant gives rise to okay C plus D. Okay, this is my reaction. Forward means my reactant is converted into product. These are my the what reactants. Okay, these are my reactants. Reactants are converted into what products. Okay, this is my what you will call as a forward reaction. Now come to backward reaction means what? Product converted into reactant is called as a what? Backward reaction. So this is a simple I write as F dot R. This is what B dot R, backward reaction. Okay. So if you see here, so what happened here? Dynamic equilibrium means what here? The weight where forward reaction and backward reaction should be what? At the same rate. Means here if you see here means reactant has to convert into product has to convert into reactant at the same rate. Okay, so that is called as a what? Dynamic equilibrium. Now for example, if you go for the general example here we have the water flow. Okay, so water is going from what here we have the outlet is there. Okay, here we have outlet is there, along with that we have the inlet. Okay, means here the water is going inlet is coming out, again is going down, means what? It's a forward and backward, means it's going on continuously, but the weight here see amount will be the same. Okay, so this is called what? Dynamic, means it is a motion, it should be in the motion. Now come to see if I here this image here it is in the equilibrium, but it's not the dynamic. Why? Because means you cannot shift the stones or whatever that may be one by one. Okay, so this is not the what? This is not the example for the dynamic equilibrium. So this is our example for dynamic equilibrium. So here we have the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, So now you come to know what is the meaning of dynamic equilibrium. Means dynamic equilibrium is the condition of the system in which rate of forward reaction is equal to the what? Rate of backward reaction. Okay. So that is the meaning of what? Dynamic equilibrium. Now let us see here next here. Why study of dynamic equilibrium? Okay. Why we have to read the dynamic equilibrium? So well known best example in our body itself we have the transport of oxygen. Okay. So as you know very well, human body is very complex. Okay. This is the best example for dynamic equilibrium. How means equilibrium involving oxygen molecule and the proteins hemoglobin play a crucial role in the transport and delivery of oxygen from lungs to our muscle. Okay. Equilibrium involving CO molecule and hemoglobin account for the toxicity of CO molecule. So, okay, well now here if you go for the go for that one. Okay, here if you see here, as you know very well, we need the oxygen. So in our body what happen? Hemoglobin writing as Hb. Okay, it's going to bind with the oxygen, giving right the word oxyhemoglobin. Means it's binded to hemoglobin binded to oxygen. So after what happened, it is a reversible reaction. After going to lungs, what happened? This oxygen has to be relieved. Okay. Then only our body get the oxygen. If it is irreversible, so what happened? You won't get the sufficient oxygen. So it's a forward reaction is going on, again backward reaction is going on. Okay. Simply we will show that double head arrow means it's showing that this is forward reaction. This arrow indicate forward reaction and this arrow indicate what? Backward reaction. So this is the best example for the dynamic equilibrium. So hemoglobin oxygen going to bind and it's giving the oxyhemoglobin. That oxyhemoglobin going to again lungs, what happened? And relieving the oxygen. That oxygen going to supply what? Our body parts. So this is the best example for the what? Dynamic equilibrium. Okay. So now you came to understand what is the equilibrium and what is the dynamic equilibrium and why we study the dynamic equilibrium. Okay. Next come to see here. So now here we have the physical process and chemical process. Okay. We are going to discuss the equilibrium in physical and chemical process. Now let us see the physical process means what? Physical process involves such changes only affects the physical properties of the substance undergoing change but have no effect on the chemical composition and properties. Okay. Best example simply as we discussed in the previous case, for example, we have the H2O, okay, H2O, okay, again here if you see the okay, again I am writing the H2O formula only, again I am going to write the H2O formula only, okay, H2O, H2O. Simply you know very well we have the ice, okay, water, okay, ice, water, nothing but I am taking in the liquid state, okay, then you have the water vapors, okay, here we have the vapors. So now if you see here what happened, all are in the equilibrium, but if you see the chemical composition is same, but what happened here? Physically ice, water, vapor. Okay. So that what means what? Physical process involve such changes which only affect the physical properties. Means we have the ice having the solid state, water having the liquid state, and here vapors having the what? Vapors having the what? In the gaseous states. So having the only effect what? Only effect here physical properties of the substance undergoing change but have no effect on the chemical composition. If you see here chemical composition, for here also we have the water, here also H2O, H2O means we have the same chemical formula. That process are called as what? Physical processes. Now come to here chemical process means what? Chemical processes involves changes in the chemical composition and properties. Whenever a chemical change occur, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. Here if you see the best example chemical reaction, we have so many. Okay, I will go for the next example along with that. So here we are going to discuss the equilibrium in physical and chemical processes. Okay, now let us see here. We will go for the next. Okay, if you go for the next here, let us see here. Okay, let us move next here. Okay, here we have the reversible and irreversible reactions. Okay, so here we are discussing the what? Dynamic equilibrium in reversible process. Okay, let us go for the what is the definition of irreversible reaction and what is the definition of reversible reaction. Okay, now if you see the irreversible reaction means what? Chemical reaction which always proceed to complete in only, here only if you go for the forward direction. For example, if you go for the silver nitrate, when a reaction with the sodium chloride gives rise to what? Silver chloride plus sodium nitrate. Okay, this reaction only taking place in the only one direction. Okay, means it's you cannot get back the silver nitrate again, it cannot come back. Okay, only is going to forward direction, means AgNO3 plus NaCl are going to convert one silver chloride plus NaNO3. Now, if you see the what is the meaning of reversible reaction, mean reactions which do not proceed to completion in forward direction and also proceed in the backward direction under suitable condition. Means what here? For example, we have nitrogen plus hydrogen gives rise to 2 moles of ammonia. Okay, this is a indicate what we have the forward direction. Now again come to back here, we have 2 moles of ammonia can back again nitrogen. This is called backward reaction. So we have the forward reaction, this is backward reaction. Such type of reactions called as what? Reversible reactions. Okay, next come to here, even second point, these reactions never attain equilibrium. Equilibrium means what? Our reactants converted into product converted into reactants. So here what happened in this case, here you are not getting the equilibrium, but here in the case of reversible reaction what happened, these reactions attain equilibrium. Okay, so next move the next part here. Here we have the examples for the what? Examples in the equilibrium in physical process. Okay, so here we have the examples for the chemical equilibrium and chemical equilibrium, physical equilibrium. Now let us see the examples for chemical equilibrium. Okay, now let us see here, the most familiar examples are equilibrium between two phases, that is phase transformation process. Here we are taking the two phases, means only here we have solid liquid. Okay, now solid liquid in the equilibrium, liquid and gas equilibrium, and solid and gas equilibrium. Okay, so for these all these we are going to discuss the examples also. So now if you see here, so here if you see, so these are the examples for the what? Two phases, means here one phase. Okay, two phases are there, two phases are in the equilibrium. Here another examples what happen, equilibrium involving dissolution of solids or gas in liquids. Means what here? Solids in liquid, gases in liquids. Okay, let us see all these examples one by one. Okay, after that we are going to switch what? Equilibrium in chemical process. Now first we are going to discuss what? Equilibrium in physical processes. Now let us see here, first what we have? Solid liquid equilibrium. Okay, here what we have? Solid liquid equilibrium. For that I am going to discuss here example. Okay, solid liquid equilibrium. Now here see, here first you see ice and water. Okay, if you see ice and water kept in perfectly insulated thermos flask. Okay, so thermos flask means what here? In this no exchange of heat between its content and the surrounding at 273 Kelvin and the atmospheric pressure. So here what happened, here you can see. Okay, here we have ice, water is there. Okay, both are in the what? Equilibrium. Okay, now here if you see here, so if you see here, so here we have, this is thermos flask. Thermos flask means what here? Yeah, as you know very well, as you know, generally we will use the coffee and tea, whatever that may be. If you want, what happen, we can keep in the thermos. So thermos what happens, does not allow the exchange of heat. Okay, so I am going to keep these ice cubes in the what? Thermos flask. At what? At what is the condition? 273 Kelvin temperature and atmospheric pressure. So you are not going to change any pressure. Simply atmospheric pressure means what? That is a 1 atma. Okay. Now here we have definition of what? Normal melting point or freezing point. Simply already we came across definition of freezing point in the case of what? In the case of we discussed colligative property. Here let us see again definition. Okay, so here what we have, for any pure substance, okay, at atmospheric pressure, the temperature at which the solid and liquid phases are at equilibrium is called normal melting point and normal freezing point of the substance. Okay, so here what is the meaning of here? Simply ice and liquid. Okay, as you know very well, ice, it is going to melt sometime. Okay, so that will be in the, both are in the equilibrium, that is called as a what? Melting point. So here what happened, both the opposing process and here occur simultaneously, means ice is converted into liquid, liquid is converted into ice. Okay, the ice is converted into water, water is converted into ice, occur simultaneously. Both the process occur at the same rate of so that the amount of ice and water remain constant. So what happened here, if you see you are keeping in thermos means ice will be as such. Why? Because means at that condition ice is converted into, so what happened, your ice is converted here, ice is converted into water, water is converted into ice. So both the process occur at the what, at the same rate, means reactant is converted into product. Here this is for example our ice, we have ice, okay, ice assume as a reactant, okay. Then what happened, then your water, we have the liquid, okay, this is a liquid, so this is our product, you think, okay, and in the P. So here what happened, both occur the same rate, means ice is converted into liquid, liquid is converted into ice, okay. So both the process occur at the what, same rate, okay, so that the amount of ice and water remain constant. So what happened, so because of that reason here the water and the ice, water content remain be what, here same, okay. So next move to the next here, next what we have here, if you go for the next, so this example for what we discuss here. So we discuss for the what, solid liquid equilibrium, okay. So we discuss what, solid liquid equilibrium, okay. Now go for the next one here, what we have next, go to the next one. Here we have liquid and vapor equilibrium, okay. Next what we have, liquid vapor equilibrium. Now let us see here. So for this here, if you see here we have, I am taking the one, okay. Here let us see here, I am taking one the box, okay. So in this box what happened, first I am keeping the anhydrous calcium chloride, okay. First I am keeping anhydrous calcium chloride. So now if you see what is the use of anhydrous calcium chloride means, here it can take the whatever the, for example in this if you have water molecules, okay, moisture is there, if I assume myself some water droplets are there, okay. As you know very well, in the environment itself we have some moisture. So once you have the moisture, what happens is going to be it's going to be absorbed by the what, calcium chloride. So you can assume our what, we don't have any moisture in the our present box, okay. Now so after that what happened, I am going to keep some dish of water in that, okay. In this I am going to keep some water, here we have some water, okay. So after that what happened here, because of environment is going to develop some vapor pressure, okay, some going to develop some pressure, okay. Here we have some pressure going to develop. So how can you measure this pressure means, here we have the what, U-tube with the mercury, nothing but simply you call as a what, manometer, okay. This is called manometer, means why, because means to measure the pressure. So first if you see here, before keeping the water, what happened here, manometer level, if you see the mercury level is same, okay. Here we have the same. But after some time what happened, here you can see there is an increase in the mercury level. Here you can see, here we have some, there is a variation in the mercury level, means what, here we have the water vapors are developed, okay. Those vapors exert some pressure on the surface of the liquid, okay. These vapors are going to exert some pressure on the vapors of the surface of the liquid, that we will call as a what, vapor pressure. So because of that pressure what happened, the mercury level in the manometer going to be increases. It is going to increase, but after a certain time what, it is a constant, it indicates means at that time we have the what, equilibrium is established, okay. Now let us see here again, here if you see, so at equilibrium what happened, the pressure exerted by the, so here the pressure exerted by the water molecule at a given temperature remain constant, okay, and is called equilibrium vapor pressure of water, okay, or just vapor pressure of water, okay. Vapor pressure of water increases with temperature, okay, as you know very well here. So what happened, once you increase the temperature, what happened, vapor pressure is going to be increases, okay. Next if you see here, so if the above experiment is repeated with the methyl alcohol, okay, acetone and ether, so it is observed that different liquid have different equilibrium vapor pressure at the same temperature, and the liquid has a higher vapor pressure, is more volatile and has a lower boiling point. So what is the meaning of this one means, here if you see here, so here if I am taking the what, here vapor pressure, okay. So here instead of water, here if you take the other liquids like acetone, what happened, they have the more volatile, means what happened, you are going to get the more vapors. So more vapors means the vapor pressure going to be again increases, means Here the vapor pressure depends on the what? The liquid whatever going to take. Here we took the what? A dish of, in the dish of water. Okay, we took the water. If you take the other liquid like acetone, you can take. Okay, but what happened? Vapor pressure going to be increases. Okay, as I told here, best example for acetone is what nail polish remover. Okay, as you know, when it is volatile in nature. Okay, easily it get volatile. You can see, just open the nail polish remover and keep for some time. After that, what happened? You won't get the your nail polish remover. Why? Because means it is a highly volatile in nature. Okay. Now let us see next here. Here what happened? Water and water vapors are here. If you go for that one, so water and water vapors are in equilibrium position. Okay, at the atmospheric pressure. That is one. Here pressure I am taking the how much means 1.103 bar and 100 degrees Celsius in closed vessel. So the boiling point of water what is 100 degrees at 1.103 bar. Okay, already we discussed, means boiling point of water how much you have at 100 degrees Celsius. At what pressure is what we have the, you can take as a 1 atma. Okay, you can take 1 atma or 1 bar. Okay, both are acceptable. Here we already discussed the unit conversions for the pressure. Okay, 1 atma equal how many bar means we have 1.013 bar. Okay, now let us see here what is the definition of boiling point. Okay, here what is the definition of boiling point means already we discussed in case of colligative property only. Here what we have, for any pure liquid at once atmospheric pressure, okay, nothing but 1.103 bar, you can take as what 1 atma. The temperature at which the liquid and vapors are at equilibrium is called what? Normal boiling point of the liquid. Okay, the boiling point of the liquid depends on the atmospheric pressure. Okay, it depends on the altitude of the place. At high altitude the boiling point decreases. Simply what I want to convey means here, for example, simply already discuss. For example, we are taking the, okay, we are taking the closed vessel. Okay, I am taking the one closed vessel. In that we have some liquid. Okay, here one liquid. So what happened here? This liquid, here I am going to heat this liquid. So what happened once you heat here, is going to generate some pressure. Okay, because of vapors is going to generate some pressure. That pressure is called as a what? Vapor pressure. Okay, we're talking it what? It 1 atma or 1.013 bar. Okay, it 1 atma. You're talking about it 1 atma or 1.103 bar. That is called as a what? Boiling point. Okay, now let us see here. Next what we have here? Okay, next we have solid and vapors equilibrium. Okay, next we have solid, vapor or gas equilibrium. So here what happened? If you place a solid iodine in a closed vessel, after some time the vessel gets filled with violet color. Here, okay, I am directly going for the here. Okay, now let's see here. Example for the solid liquid equilibrium. Okay, here you can see the, okay, this is solid iodine, but this is what? Solid iodine. Okay, now if you see after a certain what happened here, we have the violet color. Okay, so how it is happening means, simply as you know very well, our solid iodine undergoes sublimation. Okay, sublimation already we discussed. Sublimation means what here? Directly our what? Sublimation means what? Solid directly converted into gas, it is called as a what? Sublimation. Okay, now let us see here. So what is happening there means here, solid liquid vapor, solid and vapor equilibrium. If you place solid iodine in a closed vessel, okay, what you are doing, you are keeping the what? Iodine in the closed vessel. Here you can see, here we have the iodine in the closed, here we have in the closed vessel. Okay, so what happened here, once you keep in the closed vessel, okay, so filled up with the violet color and intensity of the color increases with the time. So here if you see here, so what happened, the intensity of the color is going to increases here slowly. If you see here, here you can see, here we have some what? Light color, but here what happened, the colorness is going to be increases, darkness is going to be increases. Okay, now let us see here. So after some time what happened here, after a certain time the intensity of the color becomes constant and this stage equilibrium is attained. Means once the color is become equal at the all the portion, it indicate what? We attain the what? Equilibrium. We attain the equilibrium. Okay, that condition called as a what? Equilibrium. So hence solid iodine sublimizes to give iodine vapors and the iodine vapors condense to give solid iodine. So means at that time what you can call here, our what? Gaseous iodine is converted into solid, solid is converted into what gas, okay, that's what sublimation. So it is called as the equilibrium. You can write the equilibrium as a what? Here we have the iodine that is in the solid, okay. Here we have the iodine in the what? Vapors, okay. So we have the equilibrium means reactor is converted into product is converted into reactant. Okay, like that you can see in another example what we have camphor, okay. Camphor in the solid and camphor in the what? Vapor state. So here we have solid and vapor equilibrium. Like that you can see the ammonium chloride as a solid and ammonium as a what? In the vapor. This is also one example for the what? Solid liquid equilibrium, okay. Now let us see the next example here, okay. So up to now we discussed the what here. So if you go for the here, just go for the recap. So here we discussed up to now. So 3 equilibrium, what we discuss means here we discuss here. So let me see, we discuss about solid liquid example, liquid gas example, solid gas examples, okay. Now let us discuss here this example, solid in liquid, next gas is in the liquid, okay. Here you have to observe here we have the two phases, okay. In the both the cases here we have the two phases, solid liquid, liquid gas, solid and gas. Now here see here what happened in this case, one solid is present in the some one medium, that is what in the liquid. Here what, one gas is present in the what, in the liquid, okay. Nothing but simply we call as a what, this is a what, liquid solutions. Already we discussed in the what, colligative property. Liquid solutions means what, the more amount of liquid if is present, that is a solvent, that is called as a what, liquid solution. So in liquid solution, now first case is what, solute is solid, in second case what, solute is a gas, okay. Now let us discuss further. Now we are going to discuss now solids in liquids, okay. These are already we completed. Now let us discuss what, solids in liquids, okay. Moving to the next slide here. So these are the example already we discussed. Now moving to the next, what is that we have, solids are gases, nothing but first example what we have, solids in liquids, okay. So here what we are taking here, so we are taking the one sugar, okay, sugar solution and sugar solids, okay. So here rate of dissolution and rate of crystallization of sugar are same. So what is the meaning of here means here, so let us here see here, equality of the two rates and dynamic nature of equilibrium has been confirmed with the help of what, radioactive sugar, okay. Radioactive means what, as you know very well, they are going to emit what, alpha beta gamma rays, okay. That type of substance called as what, radioactive, okay. So now you are taking the what, you are going to take the what, radioactive sugar, okay. So here how you are going to do the experiment means, if you see the experiment here, so if we drop some, okay, if we drop here some radioactive sugar into the saturated solution of non-radioactive sugar, then after some time radioactivity is observed both in the solution and in the solid sugar. So what is that, I will explain. Let me read first, okay. Initially there were no radioactive sugar molecule in the solution, but due to the dynamic nature of equilibrium there is an exchange between the radioactive and non-radioactive sugar molecule between the two phases, okay. Next if you see here, so let us go for the next the ratio of here, if you see the ratio of radioactive and non-radioactive molecules in the solution increases till attaining constant value, okay. What is the meaning of that one means, let us go further here, okay. Now here I am taking the what here, okay, what I am doing here, I am taking the sugar, okay. Here we are taking the sugar, okay. I am taking another sugar, that is what, radioactive, okay. This is what, radioactive means we have some label like C12H22O11 is the what, our, this is sugar formula, okay. Here what happens, C12H22O11 only, but here what happened, I am labeling the carbon as a what, C13, nothing but here we have some radioactive, okay. So here what happened, here some dissolution means what, you are adding some water in that, okay. You take the water, you are adding the some sugar, okay. So as you know very well, our sugar going to be dissolved in that one, this is called dissolution, okay. So after some time what happened, you are taking the radioactive means what happened here, carbon is labeled as about C13, okay. Nothing but we have some radioactivity is there, okay. Now in this solution, this is also sugar solution, but in this what happened, we have the carbon C13 as a labeled, okay. Nothing but we have the radioactive. So after some time what happened, you are going to drop few drops of some sugar, of this sugar you are going to drop in this beaker. Okay, so what happened now here? So if you see here, there is some equilibrium between. So here what happened, before we don't have any what radioisotopically labeled what sugar, but after some time what happened here, there will be equilibrium between these type of sugars. Okay, so this carbon also going to convert as a what, C13. Okay, as you know very well, carbon we have C12, C13, both are isotopes. Okay, so here what happened, we have C612, means only how we have this carbon is there, but in this case. Okay, but what happened when you add the radioactive sugar, what happened, there is a equilibrium will be established. Okay, so here if you see, so what happened, there is a will be equilibrium now, means in the beaker when you add the radioactive sugar, means in the C12 carbon, again you have the C13 carbon, like that, means there is a exchange between the carbon. Okay, indicate means we have the dynamic equilibrium. Okay, so here this is the example for the word, means. Okay, so here if you see dissolution of solids in liquid, here you can see here. So if you see here, so what happened here, we have the sugar. Okay, water is there. Okay, you are going to dissolve, so already it is total sugar is dissolved. So what happened, once you decrease the temperature, what happened, your sugar crystals are going to be, it's going to be come out. Okay, here you can see. So what happened, once you decrease the temperature, as you know very well, while making the what sugars, while making the what sweets also, what happened, once you decrease the temperature, what happened, once you decrease the temperature, your sugar crystals are going to come down. Okay, so what you can convey here, you can convey that here the what dissolution of solids in liquids what depends on the what temperature, means once the temperature is increases, what, once temperature increases, what happen, dissolution going to be increases. Okay, now let us see here. So next if you see here, so in the case next what we have, gases in liquids. Okay, best example already we discussed this case of what, Henry's law. Okay, so here if you see here, carbon dioxide gas. Okay, this is present in the what, CO2 in the solution. Best example, cool drinks. Okay, as you know very well, CO2 gas is going to dissolve in the what, at high pressure in the solution. Now this equilibrium is governed by the Henry's law. So already we discussed the Henry's law about the what in the Colgate in the solutions. Okay, which states, what's going to tell, means the mass of the gas dissolved in a given mass of a solvent at any temperature is proportional to the pressure of the gas above the solvent. Okay, this amount decreases with increase of temperature. So already we discussed here, once the pressure is increases, what happen, if you see, so once the if you see here, once the pressure is increases, what happen, the what, it's the gas is going to be, solubility of gas is going to be increases. Okay, so as you know very well, best example, our cooling bottles, they are filled with what, high pressure, here you can see. Okay, so what happened here, if you see in the cooling bottles, okay, before that, as you know very well, there will be a high pressure gas is CO2 already dissolved in this one. Okay, CO2 is gas is dissolved. So what happened, once you pour in the glass, what happened, the you know very well, you are going to get the some bubbles of CO2. Okay, why, because means at high pressure the solubility is more, once the pressure is decreases, what happens, solubility going to be decreases. Okay, so here what happened, you can see in the bottle we have the what, CO2 in equilibrium with the what, CO2 gas and CO2 liquid, both are in the equilibrium. Okay, so this example for the what, we have the what, gas in the liquid. Okay, next let us go for the recap. Okay, so if you go for the recap what we discussed today now, so if you see here, for solid liquid at equilibrium there is only one temperature. Okay, melting point at one atma at which two phases can exist, means already we told here. Okay, we have the ice. Okay, ice is in what, equilibrium with the what, we have the liquid. So at what, at particular temperature. Okay, we are talking with what, at a 273 Kelvin, this is what, at a 273 Kelvin, and the environment pressure is what, 1 atma. At this condition only this equilibrium is possible. Okay, for liquid and vapor equilibrium, the vapor pressure is constant at given temperature. Okay, already we discussed. So for what here, nothing but boiling point. So boiling point we discussing what, at a room temperature. Okay, so temperature is sorry, not this depends on temperature. So for boiling point of water, what, 100 degrees Celsius. So this is a constant. For dissolution of solids in liquid, the solubility is constant at given temperature. Okay, so already we told, so solids are dissolved in the liquids at particular temperature only. Okay, Next, for dissolution of gases in liquid, the concentration of gas in liquid is proportional to pressure of the gas. Okay, best example, cool drinks. Okay, so what happened once the pressure is increases, what CO2 solubility in the cool drink is going to be increases. Okay, then next let us go for the next here. So here we have general characteristic properties of physical equilibrium. Okay, here we are discussing the word physical equilibrium. Okay, physical process only. So what the properties means here? For the physical processes discussed above, following characteristics are common to the system at equilibrium. Means we are talking one which is under our observation. Okay, system. Okay. Now, equilibrium is possible only in a closed system at given temperature. So, when you are talking about the word equilibrium means definitely it should be in the word closed system only. Okay. So, for example, you are talking the boiling point. Boiling point means you are vapor pressure. You are talking the word in closed system. If you take the thermos, okay, ice, water, what we told, we took the thermos, means that's also what closed system. So, if you take the closed system only, our equilibrium is possible. Okay. Next, both the opposing forces occur at the same rate and there is a dynamic but stable condition. Means what? Our reactant is converted into product is converted into reactant. Means both are occurring at the same rate. Okay. Dynamic means what? Reactant is converted into product is converted into reactant. But condition was stable. Why? Because means here you can see you can store the ice. Okay. Ice in the thermos. Why? Because means the condition is stable at that condition. Okay. All measurable properties of the system remain constant. So at that time what? The properties you are going to measure, those are the what? Constant. Okay. Now let us see next what happened here. If you see next point what we have. So when equilibrium is attained for a physical process, it is characterized by constant value of one of its parameter at a given temperature. So physical process means if you take for example freezing point. Okay, a freezing point what we are telling, temperature 273 Kelvin is constant. Okay, for example boiling point what happened, 1 atmosphere, pressure is constant. So what happened, one of the parameter you are keeping the constant, then only you are telling the word physical equilibrium. Okay, next the magnitude of such quantities at any stage indicate the extent to which the physical process has proceed before reaching the equilibrium. Means here you can come to know the magnitude of such quantities. Okay, so you can come to know how much extent is reaction is possible based on the what, the magnitude of that quantity is. Okay, this is about the what, physical equilibrium.